Hi, this is Dana, and welcome to my live stream. I'm starting about 15 minutes early because, once again, I'm short a battery charge on both of my devices. I know I need to use my laptop or my daughter's desktop. But tonight's subject is supposed to be about makeup. And I haven't done a video on this yet, but I probably will. But tonight I'm gonna start out by talking about Deck of Scarlet, which is a subscription service we subscribe to. And it comes to us every other month. And this was the month for it, and we received it a few days ago. And it's Deck of Scarlet, palette number 14, and it's by Okayla, Okayllaa. And she is a YouTuber, and they use YouTubers to curate these palettes. And she is from across the pond in Great Britain, and she has her bio on Deck of Scarlet says, edgy beauty look. She's never one to shy away from vibrant hues and plenty of metallic shimmer. She is all amped up, in your face sex appeal for days and days. Whether she's serving up a sun-drenched summery glow or super spicy eyes. We're all about her glam, fierce and femme makeup. Get an insider's access to Kayla's tips and tricks exclusively on Deck of Scarlet. And she says that she is an Aquarius, which I am too, and that's Latin name, it means water carrier, and the palette is close to her heart because it's aquatic, inspired by the ocean and beautiful lagoons. Filled with stunning blue shades, Deck of Scarlet and I have brought you something to inspire new creative looks that you have never tried before. Go ahead, dive on in. And there is an eyeshadow called Sandcastle, which is the kind that you would put from your lash line up to your brow line. And it's like a very, very light brown color or tan color or flesh color. And the next shadow, which I've seen a lot of raves about, is called the Atlantis, and it's a purple shimmer. It looks just gorgeous. And the next shadow is Siren, and it's like a deep, dark, deep sea type blue. Also in the palette is a highlighter called Sea Glow, which is sort of a silvery looking highlighter, and Cheek Color and Solar. Also in this month's subscription was All Over Face Gloss and Nip, and two lip colors, which were Seashell, which is sort of transparent type fleshy color, and lip color Abyss, which is definitely a bright blue. And she's done just some amazing looks, and her YouTube video on it's called How to Go From Day to Night Using One Palette, Deck of Scarlet. And she does use the blue lipstick that she curated in the palette. I must tell you that out of 5 stars, this palette is only getting 3.8. And most of the people that have reviewed it online are giving it a 3.8 because they do not like the blue eyeshadow. And people were saying they're in their 40s and 50s and they wouldn't dare use it. I'm in my 60s. And what is wrong with me? I'm going to use it. Anyway, it's called Abyss. And I will have to say, it really does remind me of the deep blue ocean that we saw on our transatlantic cruise back to the Bahamas and then back here to Port Canaveral. It's a one-time purchase for this palette of $44.95, which I think is a lot. But if you only want one, then this is quite the thing to do. They do have a subscription that you can get that they started doing monthly. And they'll have something like a lip gloss kit. One month it was eyeliner, mascara, and a tube of eyeshadow. So I don't know exactly how all this is playing out, but we've been really happy overall with our deck of Scarlet. And I was trying to find on my iPad, it's $29.95 every other month. But they show us how to make several looks with it besides just the video that she did on YouTube. And some of the propaganda they have on their website says your palette ships every other month. Preview your palette before it ships. And my iPad has died, and it's not even my going online time yet, but maybe it'll charge up a little bit while I'm otherwise talking. And right now, I'm just talking to myself, but that's okay. I know my friends will join me soon, and those that are not able to join me live are always really good. And I appreciate it, them watching the replay afterwards, or after the live stream is over. I probably am only going to stay online till about 9:45. And that's usually about how long I go, because I'm learning the gift of gab without trying to say the wrong thing or too much, perhaps. But I was telling my husband today, he's taken on a special project here in the house, and it's quite lovely. And it cost us around $100, and he went and got the materials and did the work himself. I hope he'll let me take a picture of it and share the picture with you. But I told him that my daughter started out doing videos, and after she had done them for a year or two, I became interested, and I started, and now we both do beauty videos. And I used to think that I could not do a video unless I had my full makeup on. And that's just not the case. A lot of people aren't going to listen, but probably those people weren't going to listen anyway. And if they do, they would be some of the naysayers and fault finders. And I don't know about you, but I'm not encouraged by people finding fault in what I do. I am encouraged by people lifting me up, and that's what I try always to remember to do, is to lift other people up in what they do and their efforts and their attempts. So it's about 5 minutes until I'm supposed to go live. And I've been on here for a little over 10 minutes now, about 11 minutes. And tonight's topic is beauty or makeup. And another thing I've always felt self-conscious about since I've been an adult in my 30s and now my 60s is these huge bags. Yes, ma'am, that I have under my eyes. I know I have them. And even as a young mother, I was trying to find tips about what to do with these big bags under my eyes. And I'm going to share something with you that I do not recommend, but I did it, and it worked. To buy a tube of Preparation H and put it not near your eyes, but around your eyes, and it helps to shrink the bags and conceal deep lines if you have deep lines in the corners of your eye. And like I said, I don't recommend it, but I did it and it worked for me. It's been a long time since I've used that because I have other skincare products that I choose to use now in place of it, because some people, if they would hear me say that, would just be offended that I use hemorrhoid cream on my face. And something else that I'll share is that not only have I used hemorrhoid cream, but I've shared this before in another video, and goodness, I don't remember which one. But Caroline, one of the Real Housewives of New Jersey, though she's not been on the current season or the one before that or the one before that. But anyway, Caroline says she shaved her face. And I find that really helps, which I just lather my face up and I shave, because I do get dark, coarse hairs, and this is not very ladylike, but across my lips and just right here and underneath my chin. But it's always been that way for me, that I've had facial hair even when I was in my early 20s, although I didn't give a flip as much about it then as I do now, so go figure. But anyway, I do that. It helps exfoliate the face, and that is something that's a little bit more palatable maybe than the hemorrhoid cream suggestion to use on bags and wrinkles. Anyway, I figure as someone who was wealthy and had as many resources as Caroline on the Real Housewives of New Jersey did it, that I certainly could do it. And so I started doing it. I will admit that I do get my eyebrows waxed. I try to have them waxed at least once a month or more. But presently I'm also wearing gel nails, and Yes, ma'am, it's time for a fill, so it's time to get my eyebrows waxed. One thing that I did find in my couponing this weekend at CVS was I had a coupon that was expiring for a free Beauty 360, which is a CVS brand makeup item, $4.99 or below, and I did get me a pair of tweezers, but I used that to try to tweeze underneath my chin and in between my eyes. But I'm finding the older I get, kind of the less hairier I get, except in the area of my upper lip and beneath my chin. Oh well, that's the price we pay. It is 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so I'd like to welcome everybody that's coming into the live stream. And tonight's subject is going to be makeup. Earlier on when I came on, I was talking about Scarlet subscription service, which comes every other month and is $29.95. And they give you usually 3 eye colors, a highlighter, a blush, and 2 lip colors, and some kind of like either eyeliner. This month's was face gloss, and we've enjoyed it. The one thing is the lip color that's not translucent is blue. So people that have reviewed it on their website online have not gave it very high reviews. So out of 5, it's only a 3.8 review so far this month for the Scarlet. And that, and also yesterday I did a video on this channel about our Glossy Box July subscription, which is primarily summer type items that you would use, and very nice things. The thing that I was just floored about, though, was a rosewater spray that was valued at $69. And I said in my video that I don't think I would have paid that much, maybe $30 at the most, because I've been to Ulta and I've bought sprays from there that cost around the same. It was a lovely spray on the face and quite relaxing, and it is scented, so if you're not into scented things, then you probably wouldn't like this face spray at all. But I have extremely dry skin, and so I really enjoy things like that are refreshing. And I know one thing you can get at like Macy's department stores and other upper end department stores is Evian water that you can spray on your face. And during this time of year, it's like, whew, is a very welcome thing. And I'm sorry, I apologize for the and but that helps me think of the next thing that I'm going to talk about. So hang in there with me. We'll get through this. Anyway, the comforting things for the face, and also something that my daughter had gave me a suggestion about, was to put things like the sprays in the refrigerator, especially during times of the year like this, because it's real refreshing and cooling to your face. And I went to the Dollar Tree today, and it was just so hot, and I was beat before I ever got around the store and left. Didn't get a whole lot of items, but I did get a few items, And there wasn't anything really new that I can think of to tell you about. My local store, the one Dollar Tree nearest to me, did have the reed diffusers for $1, which I did buy 2 of those. Now, I don't think they're new, but they are new to my store. And so I've already opened one of them and put them in my kitchen. And I'm going to see, I think I really, really like them. And for $1, that is like a bomb diggity deal. So I can recommend that you probably try those for $1. I looked, they had 2 or 3 different scents of the old Williamsburg candles, and that's all the uh, scents that I saw, and they were all like coffee smells. One was a eggnog cafe latte smell, which I think was a Christmas smell from last year, and another one was a Colombian smell, which was another coffee smell. And I don't remember what the third one was, but I didn't purchase any candles. I do have a candle service or a fragrance service I subscribe to called the Magic Candle Company, and they're out of Orlando or Ocala, Florida, and they fashioned their candle scents out of smells of Disney properties and parks and those kind of things. So a lot of them are outdoorsy type smells, and a lot of them are fragrant type aromas. And I really have enjoyed it, but the thing about it is I'm getting a lot of candle wax melts, and even though I have probably a half dozen to maybe a dozen wax melt containers, I'm not using those, so I may stop my subscription for a while and just order from them whenever they have a monthly smell, which they preview a smell every month that I might want to buy so that I don't get so many candle melts stocked up, because I don't need that many. Like I said, I'm not using them. Anyway, got a little bit off track from the makeup, but usually when we're doing skincare and makeup, we like things to be aesthetically pleasing, and I'm one like that. I mean, I love, if I can, to light a candle, and almost never do it, but I love it when I do. And do my skincare and my makeup. It just really sets a mood. And as most of you know, scents and smells can be aesthetically pleasing or total turnoff. But for me, like the candle smells, when I'm doing my beauty routine, is a real bonus. And so I can highly recommend that. So that's part of what my husband has been working on, is something for our beauty, quote unquote, space or room. And like I said, if he gives me permission, I'll take a picture of it, and I'll probably share it on my video tomorrow, which will be Wisdom for Wednesday. I'll work it in there some way. Anyway, another thing that I would like to talk about is facial augmentation. And I've shared it before, but I'll share it again. If you can, you want to, and you have the money, go for it. I've had my lips, although not for a long time, augmented with injections of Perlane and Restylane. And I would get me some Botox for underneath my eyes, which help conceal these bags. And I never did get so I couldn't move my eyebrows up and down. And you can tell that I'm not doing the Botox thing now because you can see the lines across the forehead and in between my eyes. But I would get this injected, my jowl lines, and the doctor that did it would do a dental block. In other words, numb my upper and lower mouth and then do the injections. And I would look a mess for almost a week afterwards. My lips would be nice and plump, but they were also bruised because I bruise easily and I don't heal really rapidly when I'm bruised like that. So when I would go to work like the next day or whatever, I'd have to put on a lot of concealer and makeup to try to hide the bruises because it looked like somebody took their fist and socked me in the mouth. And like I said, that was the downside to it. So you have to take that into account, that you may look like somebody sucked you in the mouth for up to a week. And for me, that was okay for the results I got, because the most I ever did it, and I didn't need it, was every 6 months. And it really lasted much longer than that. It lasted for up to a year. So, like I said, if it's something you can do and want to do, and you're willing to look like a bit of a train wreck for a couple of days, then go for it, sister. Go for it. But try to always go to someone who is credentialed. And I will say the person that I went to was not a plastic surgeon. He was a board certified family practice doctor, I believe. I'm giving you correct information. But he took all kind of special classes and certifications to do this augmentation type work. So just make sure they're credentialed, because I know a lot of people will go out of the country, even say like to Mexico, to have dental work, and props to the people that do. And the plastic surgeries and stuff done, and many times it don't turn out too well, and a lot of times they can't get any satisfaction if things go wrong. And just because it's your body, and your body is not the same every day, things can go wrong. So that's a risk you assume too. And like I said, if you go out of the country, then you just got a lot of problems. Anyway, I'm going to try to get my iPad turned back on and give you a quick look at the deck of Scarlet palette that we received for this month. And share that with you. And probably after that, unless someone wants to talk, I'm probably going to sign off and tell you that on Thursday, I'll live stream again at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the topic will be food. Specifically, what's in your refrigerator and your refrigerator freezer. How about that? Anyway, I'm almost to where I have the deck of Scarlet pulled up. And I'm going to turn you around. Here's what the palette looks like. It does have a mirror. And this right here closes and has a separate closure that closes from where the eyeshadows and the highlighter and the blush color are. And like I said, I'm kind of looking forward to it. I'm certainly not afraid to try this blue lipstick. I don't know if I'll wear it and wear it out of the house or not. But just wanted to give you a little peek at that. And to say, remember to be kind to one another. And we love you. Bye.